Hello, pipe community. Ethan, Parsimonious Piper here. Today, we have got the very first episode of Hunting Estates. Episode 1 is going to guide you to answering the question, why? But first, in an estate pipe, this is very likely a 1947 pipe by Lee Trailblazer. 1947 is the only year that I could find any documentation on it being sold. I have got some Drucker and Sons Blair Gowrie, a very nice Scottish blend. A little bit of Perique in it. Good stuff. Courtesy of Paladin Piper. Thank you, Pat. Buying estate pipes. Well, the first thing to figure out is, why exactly are you interested in an estate pipe? Now, just to get our definitions clear here, an estate pipe is simply a pipe that has been owned by someone other than a retailer. Estate pipes are not always used pipes. Many of them come unsmoked, but they have been owned by someone. So, what are your reasons for being interested in an estate pipe? Well, sometimes it's nostalgia. You had a relative, your dad, an uncle, somebody who smoked a pipe, and you remember what their pipe looked like, and you want one similar. Or maybe you just like old things. I fall into that camp. And the thought of smoking a pipe from World War II or earlier is just interesting to you. Most of the pipes that I buy fall in the early 1940s to early 1970s range. So yeah, that kind of nostalgia can definitely be a motivating factor. Another reason people sometimes look into the estate market would be for a very specific pipe. For example, a Dunhill birth year pipe. Those are only going to be found on the estate market, most likely, because by definition, if you're, at least in the US, a legal pipe smoker, you're 21 or some silliness along those lines, and so your pipe has probably been owned by someone else, if it's a birth year pipe. So sometimes you'll be looking for something very specific. Another possible reason would be the quality per cost notion of estates. Now, I will stress this repeatedly in this little series of videos. My experience does not include hunting for high-end or artisan pipes on the estate market. My experience comes exclusively from hunting for old, no longer manufactured American factory pipes. Now, much of what I have learned about searching for a specific pipe or deciding whether or not to bid on and how to do that, a lot of that how-to will apply generally across the board. It won't, however, always apply to a high-end pipe or to a truly rare pipe like a Dunhill or one of the artisan carvers. So your mileage will vary in that regard. But if you're interested in smoking higher quality pipes for an average price, a lot of what I've learned is going to apply. And, I think of it somewhat in terms of, I I will probably never buy a J. Allen pipe. I'm not going to spend a couple grand on a single pipe. That's just me. But I might be able to find a J. Allen pipe on the estate market for much less than what it cost new. I mean, it's kind of like I'm never going to own a McLaren F1. Just not going to happen. However, I might be able to afford a 1970 Corvette, maybe even one with a 454 in it. Are the cars directly comparable? Well, no, not really, but I can guarantee you this. Floor it and they'll both make you pee your pants. So there is a certain level of quality that you can get on the estate market that at a lower price point. Again, right up front, my experience is finding pipes that, if they were new today, would probably run in the $100 to $150 range based on the quality of their drilling, the quality of the briar, that sort of thing. And I buy them for a fraction of that. So that's another aspect of the estate market that you may be interested in, is the quality per price. Another thing that drives people into the estate market is collecting. Now, for example, suppose you wanted to collect nothing but bulldogs. Yes, you can certainly collect those new. I mean, bulldogs have been made and they're continuing to be made. But if you want to build a collection, sometimes it is easier to do that on the estate market because you'll spend, generally speaking, less per pipe if what you want is a collection. Or you may be interested in one particular pipe carver or a brand, a material. You only want to collect pipes that are briar with the meerschaum lining. Okay, great. All of those things you can do, well, most of them, you can do new, but you can get more of them if what you want is a collection by going onto the estate market. As most of you watching this particular video know, I somehow fell in love with the Pipe by Lee brand, which was made from the 40s until the early 70s. When they sort of disappeared, there's not a lot known about them. I have done loads and loads of internet digging and calling pipe shops and things like that, looking for information. But it just intrigued me. And so that's what took me down that particular rabbit hole of estate pipe buying. I like these old factory American pipes. Some other people can tell you just how addicting this can be. Paladin Piper with his Medicos. Now some of these old pipes, you can only get old pipes on an estate market, and some of the brands simply don't exist anymore, so that's the only place you can get them. So first, you've got to decide why. Why are you interested in an estate? Is it one particular pipe? Is it nostalgia? Is it looking for bargains and being able to build your pipe collection at an affordable price, or are you specifically collecting something, whether it's a shape, a brand, whatever? And each of those motivations is going to drive how you hunt on the estate market a little differently. And we will get into that in one of our future episodes. So, for starters here, figure out why you want to get into the estate market to begin with. Write it out if you need to. If you need to really figure out why is this interesting. But figure out why you're in the market. And once you've done that, or while you're doing it, find something you like. I do like this Blair Gowrie. And until next time, enjoy your afternoon.